How you doing? We're gonna get in the chopper here, don't mind the shakeroons. We got cows. We got some cows. Oh yeah. Hueycast number 3. Welcome to the channel Artistic Flight, featuring cows as promised. We're gonna fly a little bit here in the Black Sea, up in the Crimea. We're gonna switch things up and we're gonna attack some land units and some gunboats, and hopefully we don't get shot down. Today is June 3rd, 2020, Mooin 2, and I'm gonna jump in the chopper here right now. Oh yeah, Kawasaki. There's some long ass grass up here. Woo, baby. They'd be munching. So we're gonna talk about the global world food shortage a little bit. Cows are out eating all the wheat. Flew them up over here to Ukraine, and figured they got some extra to spare right now. Look at them wiggling their tails, all happy. That's right, eating all that fine grass. Look at the damn son, it's almost as tall as you. Alright, what are we gonna do here? We're gonna start this chopper. I guess we're fairly clear all the way around. I'll turn on this right now. We're screwing up. Oh, let's go to the starter. Yep. Oh. Hopefully we won't drown out the moose too much. So I can let that sail you. Hopefully it'll add more animals here and get some chickens and some roosters, and we'll have a whole bunch of farm animals. Which is a good thing. If you guys are thinking about the end of the world there, get yourself a couple chickens, start yourself a little chicken farm, make yourself some eggs, make yourself some chickens. I heard bunnies are good for meat reproduction, breeding like rabbits, as they say. Well, it's good maybe have yourself a little farm. And I think we'll turn on our lights for a change here. And we're going to synchronize this compass. And we're gonna fly into the sunset. They're shaved 15 minutes off. It was getting a little too dark when I first loaded her up. So, we're gonna be heading west. And I'll give you a brief look-a-roo on the map where we're at. Just north of the Crimea peninsula. Anyways, this video is brought to you by Kawasaki. Hopefully one day DCS here will get some cows on the sling load. I'm gonna take off here and we'll head her going. We got a westerly motion here in a moment. It's a little squirrely on the takeoff there. But, heading west. Don't you be stuttering now. Alright, let me take a look-a-roo. Guess we're flying into the sunset. By the looks of it. Alright, let's call it this guide. You're going to load. Are you going to load? Yeah, I'm going to have to put my hand back on the collection here. This is taking forever to load. Oh well. Hand back on the collection. I think I have a visual on that. No. Yeah. So I'm flying up here because I believe I should be getting better frames per second, hopefully. So global food shortage coming up. Hopefully guys are prepping for that. Hopefully it doesn't occur. Fuel prices still on the rise. Since my last video, the fuel price has gone up 20 cents a liter. Crazy, crazy. It's like a decade in a week or two. Inflation there. Unbelievable. So I don't know how long it's going to take to get to an enemy position up over here. We have 50 minutes fuel. And let's see here. I didn't put any refueling things in there, eh? Alright. Let's go land over here and we'll rearm. Before we get in there and run out of fuel, because that's probably going to be more than 40 minutes. Unless we go back to the cows. Yeah, that might be closer, actually. Alright. So, in other news, up in Canada... Oh yeah, that's definitely closer. They've effectively halted all sales of handguns. On a side note, I wasn't planning on getting one anytime soon, so I guess I won't be planning on getting one anytime ever, probably at this point. On a positive note, we get to revisit the cows. Maybe I'll spool down while we're getting rearmed here. We'll go full fuel, mini. Take away the rockets, and we should have enough lift capabilities there to still fly about 100 plus knots versus our 65 average here with this heavy load. Gonna get further distance there. Use max fuel burn. We should have 2 hours 20 minutes. I don't believe the video's gonna be that long, but you never know. I'll try to move the head around slower because I believe it's much easier on the Oculus mirror and the OBS screen capture for you guys. Coming in 45 knots. Pretty close to EGT. I'm gonna get off this right pedal here. Oh. Lag spike the room. I think it was anyway. I tried to fly the MI8 yesterday, and well, weird on the pedals again now. So it was like super twitchy. Here it's ETL, I found, more so than the Huey. So it's going like right pedal, left hard, right pedal, left, center, left pedal. Taking off in the MI8. Anyways, if you guys find MI8 and you find maybe it's just me learning still in MI8, doing something wrong there. Maybe I'm just not timing the ETL right. Man, why do I always spikes? I like looking at the shadow side note there. So anyway, handguns effectively banned in Canada. If you want to buy one, you can't do it if you effectively own one. I guess that's the only way you're going to keep it. Unless you ain't allowed to sell it. Let's see if we can rearm over here. Anyway, I'll test out this thing that I built. It's a PARP without the actual landing site. Like the takeoff pad, I should say. But it's got the PARP ammo and active all the way down. Throttle down. I'm going to turn off this alarm here in a second. And open the door in case we have to yell at the ground crew, I guess, anyway. Alright, let's see here. Full ammo. Mini. Okay. Guess it's not working. This is how we test out our missions in Mission Editor. Is this thing alt-tab or something? Alright. I guess we're taking off and flying to the other thing. At least we got to see the cows again. In other news, Johnny Depp wins his defamation lawsuit against, what's her name, Amber Heard or something. Never really followed it, never watched a second of the thing. I figure I'm not wasting my time on worrying about actresses and actors and stupid, well, I guess it's really stupid, really. People shitting on each other's bed, fucking playing mind games there. I don't know, I don't really need to hear about it. Anyways, say goodbye to the cows. We're gonna go fly offshore here and grab us some petrol, as they used to say. I'm gonna look at my pedals here for a minute. Little wobbly. Guess my foot wasn't on it right. Oh, you mosquito in here. Alright, where was that thing? It was gonna be... Anyways, just get to fly into the sunset, have a chat, fly the Huey, get some sights and sounds there, check out the cows. There you are. I guess I don't find VR too bad. I grew up with Nintendo NES 8-bit. Way back in the day, and started out with that, and then went to a whole bunch of different video game systems. But maybe my eyes are a little bit more well trained than the newer generation who aren't tending to like VR too much. I don't know about you over in the left seat there. I'm pretty sure you're liking this VR with that CAD pack camouflage looking. Hopefully you didn't buy that on eBay. Anyways, we have that camouflage pattern here up in Canada. I guess, I don't know if Russia does too, but... We're flying in I think a Russian forces chopper skin thing here. Let me give you an external view real quick. Well, we're flying really shitty, so I can't see normally. Nice view of the chopper. I'm gonna jump back in here before we start crashing. I don't like using autopilot or getting the co-pilot to fly. It's not real fun. This foot does not feel like it's on it. Don't mind my really squirrely flying here. I'm trying to get a really comfortable position because it's going to be a long flight. So I get to the target area unless we respawn somewhere else here. I'm curious to test out my flight path there. Side note, we might as well get it on film. In the heat of the night. I don't know if you guys remember that TV show, In the Heat of the Night. I kind of had that theme song stuck in my head for like the last year. I don't know why. I can't sing it, do it any justice, so you guys are gonna have to listen to that yourselves there on a side note. Man, it is fun flying this Huey. So we have some crazy gun laws up here in Canada where they ban some assault style weapons. They're still semi-automatic though. Ban some high caliber ammo. Oh well. also have to stick to VR. Not have to worry about spending ammo, spending money on fuel. I'd imagine flying an hour in a chopper in real life here is pretty costly. I think it's about $2,000, $2,500 maybe. You don't know? Alright. I like fucking he likes staring at me sometimes. It gets creepy. I think they changed that. In the older versions of DCS, you'd look over and every time he'd be staring at you. Alright, we're gonna come in on a landing here. We're gonna start losing some speed. And slight altitude at the same time. I think it's pretty good for now. So when you guys are flying Digital Combat Simulator and you're coming up on an oil platform, it's good to kind of start slowing down your approach before you get to her versus a rapid deceleration. And you don't really have to worry about vortex ring state where you lose all your lift there. You can come into your hover as you're flying forward. There you go, we're in a hover. So I just do flying movements now. I'm gonna come in, we'll turn a little bit to the right here, line her up for takeoff. Approach vector, which is pretty much almost west here. That's good. So the good thing about the Huey is you don't have to turn her off to rearm, so I'm gonna get my pedals here. Okay, good, they're working. Starting to go into the sunset, and I believe straight ahead should be the first tower. See something shimmering over there. Right there. Right on top of the crosshair there. Pretty much due west. We're gonna head towards that. I think I see another tower possibly over there. One over there. Definitely looks like one there. Should be no man-made objects up here. Alright, they're still filling up fuel. And then they're gonna shut the cargo doors here while they rearm. So we're waiting to take off here. We'll go in an external view. And let's think about something else to talk about here in the news. So Johnny Depp wins, Amber Heard loses, got paid 15 mil. Trace Times, Scumlaws of Canada, got random people getting schools and hospitals, all craziness down in the States there. Hopefully that gets us back on normal track with peace, tranquility. Alright, I'll jump back in here. It's a little bit easier to talk together. So since we're flying in second flare, let's see if we can take off with this guy here. Wow, that is weird. I don't know if I like sitting in the seat. I'm gonna go back to my other favorite one. We'll worry about that other seat later in another video. It's probably easier for me to navigate when I'm used to the seat anyway, so. Alright, so we have a lot more lift capabilities here, and before I fly backwards into an object, we're going to head over into the west. We're just going to fly to the sunsets. Alright, let's get off that left pedal. So it's the only thing that I'm still trying to get used to pedals, and sometimes it takes me a while to get my feet properly situated on these. So that way there's no resistance and they just flow like butter. Anyway, special shout out to Maxflightstick. We're going to give you guys 7% discount if you go to the website there, enter Artistic Flights at the Maxflightstick.com website, save yourself 7%. And if you guys are interested there, we're flying with the Huey 2022 set, anti-torque pedals, elective, and cyclic. It's also got a twist throttle on the set, and now all the buttons and switches there. And I believe this version here didn't have a throttle tensioner switch, which is where you can tighten it. Or does it even have that on it? Should, yeah. Anyway, it's the only thing that if you look at the pictures there, mine didn't have. I guess the new ones will, but I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But quite an amazing flight control system, I have to say. We're over the 125-hour mark on flying, and it's been quite a fun experience, I have to say that. I think we're going to keep flying with it to the unforeseen future. No, maybe not. Center in the ball, apparently. So we're going to do a slight change of direction here to follow this. Just trying to figure out what else we can talk about without wasting time versus talking over the sweet sound of the Huey, I should say, make it worthwhile. So we're talking about conspiracies in the other video, and one of my favorite ones there is thinking about what the pyramids, how they were built, who built them, how they were built. People, if they built it by man, there was aliens involved, or fallen gods, or whatever there. It's pretty fun to look into that. If you look at ancient lost technologies and building techniques, all that kind of stuff there is pretty interesting. If you guys ever check that out there, take a look at some of those rock formations where they look like they've been cut perfectly with a laser level and almost like they're a mold. But check that out there, and some of them have almost like where you can stick them together and then put a piece of reinforcement bar in between them. They're like almost like a rebar lock-in thing. But if you guys know what I'm talking about, leave a comment there if you think there's lost some sort of ancient building techniques there. Maybe the pyramid was built out of a lost method of concrete forming, rock building. It's kind of cool looking at all the ancient sites there. And if any of you guys are into that stuff there, you can always look at like unexplored regions of like the Amazon rainforest. There should be some stuff down there that should be found there, I'd imagine, in the near future. That'll be pretty mind-blowing. Where the next tower is here. So, I'm gonna mark my spot on the map. I'll pull that up. Looks like we're heading the right direction. Some nice peaceful scenery anyway. Hopefully the frames per second should be good, and I'll try not to look around too often there. They're panning my head fairly slow. Everything should be working good here, because I do have both sensors up and running on CV1. Sometimes one of them will try to come on there and it'll act up a bit. Dim the light a bit there. So I don't know if any of you guys are into preparing for possible ending of the world scenarios there, but it's always good to be prepping at some point. So I guess on a side note there, well, while you guys still have time or spare time if you're bored, look into like prepping videos, like survival techniques, stuff like that. Always good to know. Never know when you need it. I think far more valuable than carrying a condom anyway. It's saving your life. I don't think how getting laid's gonna save your life there unless you got some serious blue balls or you gotta fire up a rocket. I don't know, but oh, there's a tower. Shimmering over there. And I was always, when I was younger, looking into people who had bomb shelters. nuclear fallout, buildings, and how you'd have to survive for that, how long you'd have to be down there, and what kind of psychological problems that would probably cause you. What do you guys think? You guys think you could live on your own, or would you need someone with you? Or would you prefer to be with a bunch of people for a combined team defensive and survival effort? Which I guess, if you can keep your shit together and not kill each other, that would be probably the best way to survive the long term. Yeah. It's hard to say. I guess if you're not looking at repopulating, it might be quicker just to have, like, by yourself or a couple people maybe, and now you don't have to worry about anybody else. Some cool little waterways up in here. I've never really flown up in here before, so it's kind of interesting. Is this we're flying 1,000 feet or 1,000 feet? All right. Very few times your MSL and your AGL will line up. Because we're at 900 now. There we go, yeah. We must have been at like 1 or 2 feet MSL there when we took off. Barely close to it. So I'm thinking over here, this might be the first Elna ship, unless this is a gunboat, but I can't see how I would see a gunboat bigger than a tower at that distance. And sorry about that, if I move my VR headset certain ways, the landscape looks less, how you say, broken. I guess that's the thing I don't like about Oculus Rift CV1. I don't know if it's fixed in the other ones, but if I move my head, like tilt it left and right, the lines in the distance go like either blind or blurry. So I don't really want to sit with my head on a tilted angle all day long. That would be a normal view there. I like to be on a tilted angle. It does look better on a tilted angle though, but I think my neck would give out over time. But I can move my head around constantly back and forth in VR on the bright side. Hopefully some of you guys get to experience flying the Huey in VR one day. This is a very enjoyable experience. Oh, we haven't gone very far at all. Alright, let's take a quick look at the timer. $40. Can't believe we've been in here 40 minutes already. Wow. time goes quick. Alright, maybe we'll get more altitude here for the heck of it. Curious to watch this in the replay when I tilt my head or not, if the lines in the distance look different in that too, or if it's just actually rendering differently in VR. Anyway, so you look at the shoreline by the sun, be fairly a straight line there, and then if I turn my head this way, it goes kind of blurry. Anyway, that'll be a reference for me to watch there later. Sorry to talk off subject. So we're flying with a light broken sky. It's like 11 degrees Celsius. Heading pretty much west, and that is the first attack ship, or convoy I should say. Cargo ship. My brain's working at some point. Now, if I would have had those rockets, we would have sunk that, but we wouldn't have been here yet. We wouldn't have flown that far. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, that's way different, eh? I believe it's because there's the ASW and the other things there that I've turned off that might actually fix what's going on over there. That's it. Oh well, hopefully it's still enjoyable this flight. And we should come into a new topic here, I believe. We'll briefly talk about Georgia. Hopefully you guys find some peace over there. And that's about really much as I really want to talk about that. That's never a good thing to have people in war shooting each other, so hopefully maybe some politics can fix the shit, and that over there would be nice. We're gonna see how far we can get in the Crimea peninsula. Still right. Well, on the bright side, at least I spaced these towers out appropriately. I was a little worried about that. There we go, we're at over max speed actually. Apologies for the squirrely flying there. Normally I like to keep things nice and smooth. We're still flying too far to the right. So apparently Pakistan's gonna go bankrupt, Sri Lanka's bankrupt, other countries going bankrupt. It's kind of scary to see. And speaking of the fuel shortage, if this diesel rationing happens there, it's going to really have some issues on the supply chain, I'd imagine. They're expecting a not so great crop this year, I guess. Now they're talking, so it's not really easy stockpiling food. Eventually we're going to have to learn skills to live off the land. So I was watching some video there. Oh, what's her name? I think it'll come to my mind there. That's some girl living over in, I'm not sure it's Norway, maybe? That she had a cabin she built, and she's living off the land, off the grid. I don't think there's any electricity there either, so kind of like Amish classic what do you call it? Like a Thanksgiving era where people were still wearing long dresses. Like the old, not the Wild West, but maybe just before that there. Where you had your, lived off the land, you picked berries, made your own food, you had your own cattle, and had your own chickens and stuff. Anyway, it looked pretty entertaining. Looks like a girl was having the time of her life there, dancing around, running through her property, picking berries and stuff. I don't know if they're some sort of magical ones, but look pretty entertaining. Let me know in the comments, do any of you guys want to live off the grid? Where you don't have to pay any bills and just live off the land, survive either by fishing or hunting or growing, cultivating food. Well, that sun is really on the horizon line already there. On a side note here, we could possibly even try flying with some NVG, if I can remember how to turn it on. So if the world goes to hell there and we have World War III and we do nuclear, we're going to have to live off the grid. So I think on a side note, I guess sticking to the subject here, survivalists, good to have the skills, looking at stuff there, maybe what stuff to stockpile, what stays fresh longer, what you're gonna survive with, stuff you can barter, as I believe cash is gonna be not worth very much. So I guess some people looking into gold, silver. I'd much rather have barterable items straight up than having to do that. But I guess if you're down south there, hopefully you guys keep your gun rights. Everybody's people trying to tread on you. But I was watching some of the Senate committee there on a whatever it's called. Canadian, so don't get me wrong. Ooh, 420. Let's go back down there. 420. Oh yeah. Shout out to my 420 buddies. Shouldn't be smoking and flying though either, on a side note. Some people do, some people don't. In the real world, you would not be doing that. So, I don't know, maybe in some countries might let you do it. Highly doubt it though. Always good to be flying in the right state of mind. And I'm pretty sure I see a gunboat. And before I do that, okay, that was super bright, but I remember what night vision is now. Way too bright for night vision. I'm gonna gain some altitude here. I believe that's a gunboat. That one's a fairly big one, and that one's just a dot. And if you guys are wondering where I'm looking, let me get my mouse right there. I'm gonna move the mouse now. So you can see I'm not pointing at it anymore, so I'm waiting for it to go away. There we go. We have our lights on, so this boat's gonna see us regardless once we turn them off, but I think we're gonna leave them on, because sometimes they aren't too sure if they should be shooting at you or not. So let me know in the comments there if you're a prepper and if you guys are prepared, or if you're never really prepared. I guess is the main thing. Once you realize that, then you're on your way. Food stores can only last so long. Hopefully some of you aren't in the concrete jungle and have to escape. And depending how long you guys hang out in the bigger city, it might be harder to get out there, but I don't know, sometimes you gotta have faith. So we're flying at about 1,000 feet. Oh yeah, those are synchronized, alright. This guy's gonna start shooting here any moment. Light up the night sky. Start getting more speed here. I'm gonna double check my door gunner. Alright. Oh, we're over speeding here. You wanna shoot him? Thank you. Alright. Guess I had to ask him nicely. Next time, maybe not so nicely. Alrighty. Let's get back on track. So, I was gonna say there, if you're prepping and you're saving up, get some food there, get some techniques, some skills, survival techniques, and maybe you can have a, sorry, I'm slipping on my pedals again here, there we go. I have to move my foot every so often on these. still using these skater shoes. Really should have learned the first time instead of doing it 30 times in a row. Coming up just after 55 minutes here by the look of it, if we're on the clock. I wonder why this one's going over here unless we already got some of those targets already. Oh, I hope so. This is just an angle change. Be nice to finish this up on a nice little combat run here. So I don't want to cheat and pull up the map. I can look at the kneeboard though. We are not. Oh, maybe. Oh well, we'll figure it out later. If you guys are Americans watching this, prepping, hopefully you guys get some guns stored away there. As a Canadian, I don't believe that's we can do that legally, so everything's got to be registered up here. So, well, I guess could be worse, could be where you aren't allowed any of them. But hopefully one day I will get my possession and acquisition license and legitimately purchase one and go to the range. And hopefully if that occurs, we get a video. I can't see that happening in a year or two, but if that happens, we'll definitely get a range video out. Maybe I will cheat and look at my map. I'm going to estimate how long it's going to take to get to a decent combat site. Oh, we're way the hell over here? Okay, alright. Oh, giggity, giggity, goo. Right at the 1 hour mark. Oh, yeah. So we'll do a quick little review here. 1 hour flight, we had some cows at the beginning, and we're talking about conspiracy theories, random news events. Hueycast number 3, welcome to the channel. If you like it so far, if you haven't yet, please like, subscribe, follow our videos. If you want to help support the team, go to our website, artistic-flight.com, grab a digital download. And if you're into the Huey, or to support us there, and then you don't even have to worry about downloading it. If you guys want to buy a t-shirt, feel free to do so as well. So we're playing an I Spy with my little eye now. I could put the door gunners on manual fire, but I kind of feel like wanting to shoot something down in here. Don't mind me, I'm going to be panning my head around here for a few minutes while I get some contact, but they might actually be further down here by the look of it. There's some extra towers on the go. Apparently this peninsula you can fly across pretty quickly. I thought maybe it was going to take quite a severe long time there, but apparently not. Alright, where are the... Apparently it was over EGT for a second there. Where are you? It's possible they could be right at this very last tower here, but I'm trying to keep my eyes open. If not, we may have to cheat a little bit, take a peekaroo at the map, or I could put the labels on, but I prefer not to fly with labels. I'm not too sure what other news is going on recently to talk about here, so we'll just keep talking about survival, learn how to trap like deadfalls for little rodents, how to catch fish, how to clean them, I guess how to clean anything really. Maybe if you're in a city and you got a BB gun, maybe how to get some little birds. Tiny little pests there where you could cook and eat. Oh, I believe I see... No. No, that's just a dot there. Alright. Well. Let's put labels up. Actually, I don't think I can do that. Let's hit the map. Huh. Apparently I'm right over him. I believe my dog was sneezing in the background there. Oh, I got visual. Let's do a test burst. Yeah, we're good. First one is here. That's nice over here in the distance. Alright, this might be the first one up here. That's me shooting at you. I like to play with my food a little bit before I eat it. Now, if he was smart, he would have tried to run me over. Yeah, I better get out of here, because that's a fuel tanker. Oh, it's nice to see them ricocheting off through the night. Alright, so we'll do this little bit of a minigun tutorial. So when you're coming up on target, you're going to use middle sight, middle circle, circle on the circle, middle on the circle. Oh, we're too low. Let me check my skids there, make sure we're going okay, we're good. I don't think we actually made contact, but that was pretty darn close. Try not to push it that NOE. Alright, oh, I was flying the MI8 yesterday and I was missing the window bubble there. It's quite enjoyable for looking out. That green thing up here. Later. What's that? Missing, apparently. Anyways, come around and then we'll open up on the door gunners there. So I like to do a few gun laps. And it shouldn't be too laggy anyway here. Ooh, almost felt like the heat. Alright, you know what, let's get rid of this, and we'll let our door gunners open up here. It's much easier to fly, and then they shoot. Plus this stuff looks pretty cool and shooting stuff into the sunsets. Oh, guess we gotta just have to shoot him more. Alrighty. There's one back there still. I think we missed one. Do one more quick lap. Just gonna do an ammo check. Oh, you're out. Okay. Switching to the left door gunner. just on the cusp of a BRS there for a minute. Hopefully this isn't lagging in the slightest, so it'll look real good on the replay. This guy's, I see one target for sure. Right, just behind the one that just blew up there. Is this guy not on manual fire? Oh shoot. Alright, let's put you to turn fire, and you got 89% in my left four gunner. Okay. Alright, we're gonna head back north out of here, and we'll go to another combat site. Here, I'm going to start turning these gauge dials down a bit. Looks a bit better. How I'm flying, I can't look up there for too long. That'll work. Alright. Okay, let's see here about night vision. Still way too bright for that. Alright, let's turn that off. We could turn the scale down on the night vision on a side note, but I really don't want to start worrying about that. We got quite a bit of fuel left here still too. We should be able to hit another combat site and maybe get to a... Pull this back up here. Hopefully we'll get over here, and then we'll go here, and then we'll land here, maybe, depending. Alright, so we got some targets just up here. Three of us that flew over them the first time. Seems almost like it's way too bright, but I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Can't really see where the tower is. Oh yeah, is that? Huh. Targets are over there. power. I already flew right by him. Alright. I don't know. I'm gonna check the map one more time here, and we're not quite over in front. Silent. Huh. Alright. Oh, there they are. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna turn this off. It's just crazy bright. That's the first flag I've seen yet. Oh, he must be out of ammo. You are... Alright. I guess it's time for me to finish him off. Then maybe we'll end the video here. It's just getting kind of hard to see. I'm gonna have to come in on a better angle. Better angle. We'll take a look in here if there's anything that got missed as well. Oh, there's one that just flew right over it. The spotlight doesn't really reach very far. Hopefully they'll fix that one day. So spot these guys so that I'm literally be on top of them here. something over here. There you are. Huh. One tough cookie. Anyways, let's get airborne here a bit so we get out of the blast zone. It's almost like you can feel the heat of this fire. Oh, there's one. Stop in the name of Huey love. Stop from America. And break it off. And we're gonna close you. All right. Yeah, I don't think they're going to be able to find their way and navigate with that. Yeah, you know what? Let's head to this. And that was... now I'll say southwest. Oh, don't you be crashing, y'all. I wonder if maybe it like got darker or something all of a sudden there. But I appreciate you guys watching the video, and maybe because we're coming up on an hour and a half, maybe the video recording is getting too long here. Keep it nice and short. And instead of for hunting for targets in the dark there, we'll just head to this offshore oil rig and land there and shut her down. If I can even get an azimuth off that. we're going the right way. Yeah, it seems about right. 242. We're gonna come over a gunboat on our way in. Oh, the moon's real bright tonight. Hopefully I'll be able to see these stars in the replay. It seems like when I rewatch it sometimes they're flying and like you can't even see what's going on. This is a longer Hueycast there, so anyways, long story short, we like to get a little bit of news, talk a little bit of some real-life entertaining subjects, and some important stuff. There's some weird shimmer on the water. This looks like there's layers of oil or something. I guess it's layers of shadow. I think we're slightly off the mark here, but oh. I see the lights. To the offshore refinery. Ho! Alright, let me do this in second person here. I'll go back again. I'll just keep popping flares. Oh! Alright, let's see the chase view. I think we're good now. I don't usually like going third person view, but I figured I'd give you guys some entertainment there. Those gunboats are pretty intense at nighttime. Flying 85 knots, coming up on 90 knots. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, a little bit of a longer one. Hopefully it flew nice and smoothly. I was hoping maybe spend a little bit more time down by the cows, but I guess we'd like to keep things short and sweet, as they say. And I'm just trying to check my feet on the pedals here. Make sure that they're all nice and ready there. Oh, that one's moved over. That's probably what's going on. Seems better. Oh yeah, it feels way more smooth. We're flying 800 feet, coming up on this thing here, probably ETA about 5 minutes till we get landed. So thanks for watching. If you guys feel like it, please hit the like button. Oh, snap-a-roons. That guy's got us right in our sights. Wow. Okay, we're out of flares. Alright, wish me luck while this going. Second person view. Oh, that's why it wouldn't move. Weird. Forgot you could switch to a door gunner and or a single player there. Let's see what this looks like in night vision. Probably not. I like flying without night vision. I believe most airplanes in real life wouldn't have night vision anyway, so. And I don't know if you'd be flying or you'd really be worried about not being able to see landmarks and ground lighting, ambient lighting at night once your eyes adjust. Come into about 500 feet here. Should be about 510 in a second here. There we go. Alright, should be good. We'll start leveling off. Should drop to about 500 here, possibly. Hard keeping her level in night flight using ground and navigation. I mean, jumping back and forth, it's hard to readjust there. Anyway, we're close enough to 500 feet here. Oh, let's look away and start gaining altitude. As easy as that. Don't want to ditch too much speed here either. So coming up to Dead Man's Curve, 500 feet, and there's no way we're going to be able to auto rotate in the water anyways without floats. So it's either we land on this oil rig or we're going to take a splash. Speaking of which, Splish Splash was taking a bath. But remember to get that song going there. Yeah, we're going to get a little bit more speed here, as you see it. Shadow's really creeping up. Must be the sunset. judge how far away from that we are. Yeah, I better dump some speed here. These get a lot harder there when you have to come in at night. When you want to try to avoid vortex rin state as well. Usually best not to be coming down in here like this anyway. You know what, let me circle around. It's best not to come straight down if you guys are landing on a deck. And you don't want to be pushing it with vortex ring state. Where you can be a pilot and command, you can say go or no go. They say come in for a landing, you can pretty much tell them to F off. But since we're pretty easy going here. Oh, I can see the lights flashing on the ground. That looks sweet, baby Jesus. Oh yeah. Alright. Well. Let's take a look at the clock. It's now almost an hour and 40 something. Probably the longest video we've made yet. I'm gonna scroll this down. Oh, I might as well put this on. I don't know if we can see this in the night. Thanks for watching the Hueycast number 2. Just remember, be prepared, stock up on food if you can. And learn some survival skills. Pick up a survival book if you don't have one. Go camping, get used to living in the bush if you haven't already. Learn how to put up a tent. Where to set up a tent. Get set up and get rained on, where the water's going to run off. You don't want to end up being flooded out either, on a side note. So anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Nighttime flights for a change. And we'll try to have a bunch more cows next time. And please hit the like, subscribe if you'd like. Check out our other videos. Check out our website, artistic-flight.com, and our Facebook group, Artistic Flight. And I'm going to jump out of here. We're going to shut this down. Thank you again for your time. God love ya.